what's up everybody? Welcome back to another NIKKE reaction. Today we have ZIZ. Somebody clarified that it was supposed to be pronounced ZIZ, not ZIZ, like I said in the last video, so I'm getting to this one. So many individual people commented this one that I'm not going to put up a name as to who is the winner because there were so many people. There were other songs that people want me to get to as well, like Guiding Star, but ZIZ was definitely the overall winner, so that's what I'm going to be listening to, and without further ado, let's go! Ooh. This is Final Fantasy Smash Brothers Brawl sound and soundtrack. It's gotta be a boss theme. I've never heard something this cinematic not be a boss theme. Just right out the gate with all that energy. Oh, man. Ooh. I thought it was gonna kick in with the standard beat right away. But no, they're starting with halftime. Oh. Here we are. This atmospheric acid synth. Very 90s club. For anybody who watches my Zenless videos, you know how much I love that feeling. Oh man, Cosmograph made another banger. Ooh, nice big expansion on that. Like, open that song wide up. They were just like, hey, how much reverb can we do? Keep going. Keep going. It's very house. It's very housey. Man, is this gonna be a phase shift? It is. Ooh. Oh man, it's literally just a little more. The best possible option. Now I feel like there's gonna be a phase 3. When you take the linear approach, you have to do something big for the third part. What an amazing switch up here for the vocals. I wouldn't have anticipated that one. It's like adding a melodic element for a second phase that's usually more intense. Woo, nice. Very bold. Doing the vocals on a second phase when they weren't there already. And I really like this. How it just backs off and it takes its time going back in. I love that Cosmo isn't rushing this to the end at all. Letting it take its time. Oh, I love that acid synth in there. Bouncing around. Oh, it's just gonna fade out. Okay, so it was just the two phases. I was wondering if that was gonna crank up to something else. I suppose it makes sense though with the scale that it went to. in hindsight, after the vocals and everything, yeah, it makes sense that there's 2 phases, not 3. Cosmo really gets me every single time, whether it's something that is brilliant or something that's comparatively mid to some of the other songs he's done. He always comes back with something that's brilliant. I never lose faith in Cosmo because I know that Cosmo is going to come back with something fantastic. I mean, I've heard some great songs recently from Cosmo. I haven't felt like underwhelmed recently from his work. This one, though, oh, this is fantastic. I love the scalability of this one. I mean, house in general, that EDM genre, has so much room for that movement to happen. You aren't really restricted by anything. You can keep expanding and keep adding things, keep evolving the song as it goes. Whereas, like, traditional instruments, you kind of have a limit eventually. You get your guitar, you get your drums, and you can change things up and add stuff and layer stuff, but they'll eventually get a little too muddy. There'll be too much going on all at once. For synths, you can do whatever you want for as long as you want. Change up the genre in the middle of the song, whatever you want to do. That's not really what happened here, but it's just an example of how much you can do with a song like this. And for something like ZIZ that was very dancey, it was very clubby, very 90s club, and I love that shit. Again, if you've heard me say anything on my Zenless videos, most of them have a similar sound profile to this, and I love it. I've always loved that. It's very nostalgic for me. That's really the only reason I love it. It's a great sound profile. I love the genres. I love EDM as a whole, but basically anything like house, dubstep, trance, or anything at all with an acid synth in it, I love immediately because those are like the most core to my experience in the EDM scene, and it just makes me feel some sort of way. It's definitely nostalgia and definitely a little bit of rose-tinted glasses, but that's perfectly fine when it comes to music, in my opinion. If something made an impact on you at any point in your life, keep that shit around. You never know when you're gonna need to go back, you know? Like, that's kind of my feeling about music as a whole. You don't have to be like, oh, it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. Who cares if it's a guilty pleasure? That doesn't exist to me. What matters is it made an impact on you, and you should really cherish those memories you have. Doesn't matter what anyone else says. Keep those songs close to you. Listen to them often or just when you need them, depending on what it is, you know? So things like this bring those memories and those feelings bubbling up to the surface, and it just feels so good. And really what he did with this one was super fun, but also super linear. Like I said, the growth could have been exponential. You could have gone up into another phase easily. There's plenty more room above where he went, but also with the vocals in there, like, the evolution was natural, and that's why it felt so good. He basically added a little bit more reverb, kind of cranked things up, and let the sound take over your ears a little bit more, but really didn't do too much, because if you were to do too much, you could go too far, because phase 1 and phase 2, that's a very fine line to ride. If you go phase 1, oh wow, this is really decent. Phase 3 is completely different. It's like, okay, maybe that's a little bit weird, you know? It's a little distracting how different it may be, how much you may add, and that's usually why phase 2 would be the bridge between those, but in this case we just had the 2, so it's a very linear 1 to 2 connection without really much growth. That doesn't mean it's bad by any stretch of the imagination either. I love that. I was surprised that it was so subtle, and that's why I thought there would be a 3, but also once it did these other things like adding the lyrics in there, and then some of the changes to the synths, the enveloping, the oscillation was all just a smidge different. Not entirely different, but different enough to change up the feel and energy of the song. It added a little bit more to it without adding so much that it was like, yeah, you know, like the 1 to 3 issue I mentioned earlier. But this is just another one of those Cosmo songs that really hits a specific bullseye in my brain and makes me love it. There are plenty of reasons to love it. The production is always, as I've always talked about with Cosmo, top tier. Even in the songs I'm not as much of a fan of, there's always great production. He knows exactly what to do on that front. I never have a problem with it. This song, though, just has everything I love, everything I need, and I want to listen to it again. So I'm going to, but that means I have to end the video. So thank you all so very much for watching. If there is anything else you want me to get to from Cosmo's recent releases for NIKKE, or anything else you may want me to get to, drop it in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!